Fasten your seatbelt. It's the 30-Second Take podcast, where two people face off in a digital duel. The podcast begins in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, we're back. It's a milestone. It's episode 5. Welcome to the podcast that we like to think of as your PLN builder. And by that I mean each week we bring in two incredible educators that address a single guiding question in education. And best of all, they do it in 30 seconds or less. So don't blink. Whatever you do, do not blink. Hi, I'm Brad Gustafson. And last week, Oliver Schinkten captured your hearts and your votes via the hashtag 30-Second Take. He's back. He's guest hosting, but I know the question on everyone's mind is, who's our other guest host? Well, let me tell you something. She is none other than Vicki Day. That's not Vicki Day. That's Vicki's good luck charm. She may need it because Oliver has been on fire. I'm telling you. Okay, so the backstory on this is Vicki wrote an original composition honoring parents and PTOs at PT camp. She was the co-winner of this bobblehead. I'm told if you search long and hard enough, you'll actually be able to track that song down online, okay? Now, I have an idea of what it might sound like, but I am not going to sing that to you. Here is the real Vicki Day. You'll get to see her take in just a second. Moving on to Oliver. Okay, so last week, instead of introducing Oliver right away, we thought we would introduce his accomplice, Big Ron, and we're doing the same thing this week. Big Ron, I'm going to do a trial run, a test run of this week's guiding question on you. Are you ready? What do we want all students to learn? That's it, Big Ron. This ought to be good.
Wow, there are a lot. I would say the most important would probably be the Pythagorean theorem or the stages of mitosis, and maybe even the quadratic equation. I would say those are probably the biggest three.
Boy, he is a man of few words, but the words he does share pack a punch. I mean, mitosis? All right, we need to get to this digital duel.
Welcome to our digital duel. Cast your vote for the most compelling response. The winner returns next week to defend the title.
What is my take for what we want all students to learn? It's about our kids finding passion of what they want to do out of life. We can teach them how to take the bubble test. We can, it's not about standardization, but it's about giving kids those skills so that they can navigate the 21st century. We have to remember that the social emotional curriculum is just as important as the academic curriculum. So we need to our kids to think, to be innovative, and we have to remember to teach the whole child.
Give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. The number one thing our students need to learn is how to learn. In this rapidly changing world, it's critical that our students can adapt and learn. I don't know who the salesman was for irrelevant facts, but education bought in big time. It's time for change. Education not changing after the invention of the internet is like not changing how you move things after the invention of the wheel. Right now, our students need to learn how to communicate, collaborate, think critically and creatively to problem solve and learn.
Go! Oliver, score! And Vicki, where have you been all our lives? That was amazing, inspiring. I need to thank you both. Incredible. So now it's our turn to show the love, share what resonated on Twitter at hashtag 30-Second Take. A second way to vote would be simply sending me a DM, a direct message on Twitter. Either way works. However, we really do appreciate your specificity in your feedback and voting. So please do share your take and give us a little bit, give us something to chew on. Give us food for thought. Without further ado, I think you need to follow, if you're not already, Vicki and Oliver on Twitter. Their hashtags are below. Subscribe to the 30-Second Take podcast on iTunes. Leave us a review. That's a wrap, people. That's a wrap. As always, thanks for listening. RoboArm Guy, take it away.